to London, to Brazil, to Quebec, like the whole world took effect to Ferg. Tell them, lay back, slow down, better represent when we come to your town. So lay back, slow down, what you represent when we come to your town. Say, get in with the business, I'ma be there in a minute. I just booked a Paris ticket.
The 2K16 Show. The Pacers look to take charge. We're going to bring it to you here from Indianapolis, Indiana. And the Spurs looking for a positive start here on their road trip. And an excellent win-loss record, just 2 games off the lead.
And, you know, right now for San Antonio, they've had a dream season. And I think they're only going to get stronger as we approach the postseason.
It really is amazing how far they've come in the course of one season. From afterthought to title contenders.
We've got a chance here to set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the court right now for the Spurs. Defensive-minded Green and Leonard are the wings. Pau Gasol is out there with David Lee. And it's Mills in at the 1 spot. Looking at the last game for the Indiana Pacers, it was a loss to the Wizards in Washington.
And one of the factors, Kevin, that really hurt them in that game, the lack of success at the foul line. We all know how much those free throw woes can cost you.
And it gave those opposing fans a boost every time another foul shot clanged off the rim. I mean, that's an easy way to get the home crowd in your grill.
Mills with the steal. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it. The fast break chance. Leonard, no luck. Ellis outside. He with the block, but he stays with it. Ellis, that's good. The Spurs have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Lee kicks to Gasol. It's stolen by Jefferson. The 10-footer. Here's Young. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Thaddeus Young provides a lot of things, Clark. Solid on both ends of the floor. You can plug him into almost any lineup and make it work.
Yeah, he's an ideal basketball player because of his versatility. I think that's one of his greatest strengths. Not only can he play the 3 or 4, he can go inside and outside, too.
The Spurs making a switch here. Berton has checked in. Now, here's Mills. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. And finished off by Gasol.
And, guys, he saw his chance to earn a little camera time there and took it.
Rocking the rim with some major force.
Lazy defense there, though, fellas. Somebody's got to be willing to put their body on the line and try to impede his path there.
Ellis. No good. So the Spurs will take it the other way. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
And we've talked about how in the NBA you've got to earn your points the hard way. And that really wasn't the case in that game for them.
No, there was no hard way about it. I mean, they got their points easily on dunks and layups against a defense that really didn't offer much of a fight.
Here's Teague after the made shot from David Lee. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. With a break in the action, let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These squads have been lights out this month. The Spurs second.
You know what, Kevin, as a team, they've been getting great results offensively. I mean, they seem to always get the ball to the right guy at the right time in the right position.
Well, Doris, an interesting game. Moments ago, you had a chance to talk with head coach Frank Vogel. What do you have to say?
One player he doesn't want to overlook is Pau Gasol. He said Pau has that hook shot that is nearly impossible to guard, and that most of their defense on Pau will be centered around denying him the ball and forcing him to catch it away from the basket. We'll see if they can execute that plan, guys.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. Here's Lee. Paul George making his last shot. Good defensive work there by Young.
Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
The feed to George. It's stolen by Green. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. The three from Mills. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
For 3.
Pacers trail by 5. And here's George. Last game we saw him score 14. He feeds it to Young. Shot from 12. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. For San Antonio, they've gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Good-looking screen by Gasol. And Mills kicks to Gasol. Lee goes in. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Lee's got his second bucket of the night.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Ellis with it. 8 points his last outing. George passes to Jefferson. He's looking for Teague and finds him. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Now here's Green. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Shoots. They get it back. Young with the steal. And up the court come the Pacers.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. The shot no good.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Gasol, a screen on Ellis. Here's Mills. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
And guys, when you watch the Spurs, it's like watching poetry in motion. I mean, every cut, every screen comes at a precise time, and they play beyond the sum of their talents because of that style.
Turner's checked in for Jefferson. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Tim Duncan, he's checked in for Gasol. Anderson comes in for David Lee. Manu Ginobili's checked in for Daniel Green. And B's subbed in for Patty Mills. And here's Ellis from beyond the arc. There's the bucket. Good. Ellis has got 5. Spurs do have a beautiful play style, and their offensive numbers show it, Greg. You're right. They're one of the most fluid teams I can recall, Clark, in the NBA with their ball movement.
A joy to watch. I mean, they ended up top 5 in shooting percentage last year, as well as top 5 in assists.
And some changes here for the Pacers. Kufis checked in for Young. Rodney Stuckey subbed in for Monte Ellis. That drops.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Forbes dishes to Ginobili. 6 on the shot clock. Releases. Again, the miss by Ginobili. The Pacers have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. And George kicks to Teague. And the wide open shot from Stuckey. And he misses the go-ahead basket. San Antonio's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Pass to Bertans. Fires for 3. Kufis grabs the miss.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
George passes to Teague. San Antonio with the rebound. Dishes it to Forbes. That shot's good on the assist by Ginobili.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low. and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation. But, well, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
And the Pacers with possession here, following the bucket by the Spurs. And the shot is good.
Here we go, Pacers fans.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. Last year, a good one for Jeff Teague, Clark. He was a first-time All-Star in this league.
He's a pick-and-roll technician, so good in reading the defense as he operates from that spot on the floor. He was really the catalyst for what was a really efficient offense for the Hawks.
Aaron Brooks, he's checked in for Indiana, and it's blocked. Durgenis, who's guarded by Stuckey. Duncan up on top. He's coming off a 10-point game against Sacramento.
Yeah, and he also did a great job on the backboards, Kev, and that also was a factor. And Jeff Teague, a real speed merchant. I mean, very tough to stay in front of. He can put you on skates, blow by, and get right to the rim.
Now, here's George. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them.
I mean, he makes plays like that in his sleep. The game is just far too easy.
Here is Forbes following the score by Indiana. Anderson outside. He dishes it to Forbes. Takes it off the glass. Forbes has got his second bucket of the night.
And guys, Jeff Teague, an attack guard. He's just an average three-point shooter, but he gets to the free throw line in bunches, shoots at a high percentage, and has really revolved, I think, into one of the elite point guards in the league. Boy, this game is off to a flying start.
Yeah, we're seeing some high-octane offense from both sides in this one.
Here is Forbes. He's coming off a 13-point game against Sacramento.
And also defensively, he was really aggressive. I mean, matter of fact, he had 4 steals over the course of that game.
Now here's Ginobili. From the top of the key, they get the rebound. And Tim Duncan again. And the Spurs lead by 2.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
Turner against Anderson. Stuckey dishes to Brooks. And there's the pass to Koufos. The shot by George, wide open. Another shot, and count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
The Pacers have had 2 chances at the line already. Here's Forbes. No good. Good work defensively by Stuckey. Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. To the paint, the dish to George. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Duncan. Pass to Forbes. Ginobili outside. Anderson, a screen on Brooks. Anderson right side. Kicks to Duncan. He got it! That is one fantastic!
And buzzer beater.
He hit that shot like it was nothing. Just another day at the office.
That is what you call much in the clutch.
And I can't quit. All I know is
Hey, talk to Monte Ellis. He says he feeds off his doubters. He loves to hear someone say what.
I think I had that all my life. I always had to prove somebody wrong, and, you know, still to this day. That's just the competitiveness that I believe my oldest brother built.
Let's take him back.
And Monte Ellis is still trying to prove people wrong now in Dallas after their quick exit from the playoffs a season ago. Clark, it's been a decade in the league now for this very talented guard.
And, you know, that kind of relentless determination is really something Monte is known for, and one of the reasons he has been around for 10 years in the NBA as a consistently good player and lethal scorer.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
We've seen a lot of their points coming off penetration in the first half.
Another thing they've been doing so far tonight is knocking down the jump shot.
Stuckey and George make up the perimeter. Young out there with Turner. And it's Ellis at the point. That's the Pacers' 5. The Spurs shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And guys, they've taken a huge step forward at the free throw line this season, especially when you compare it to last season. They're a completely different team in that area.
Jeff Teague, he's checked in for Rodney Stuckey.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
He with the block. It's out of bounds. They are saying it was last touch by Lee. Jefferson's checked in for Indiana. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Ellis kicks to T. Indiana moving it around. And finished off by Jefferson.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he fixed the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points. Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
T kicks to George. Second quarter of action. About a minute and a half played, and that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. Six to shoot. Ellis, the pass to Jefferson. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. They get Paul Gasol.
And for Big Al Jefferson, he's been a great player in this league, but he hasn't played on that many great teams, and he's never made an all-star team. Hard to imagine.
He hits the second from the line. And for Al Jefferson, never making an all-star team, he's got the numbers on offense to get him there. People just feel he's probably, what, Clark, one-dimensional?
Well, you know, even though the all-star game has no defense for the most part, you usually need to play a little bit of D to have a chance to get there.
George against Leonard. Outside, George. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Rejected by Gasol. Here's Leonard, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Hang time on that rim puts a little whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
It's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
And also the other on its heels. Let's see how this one turns out.
It's blocked. And now it's Leonard running. Here we go. All the way. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Now here's Teague, covered by Mills. Teague dishes to Jefferson. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Jefferson's got 5 points so far. Here's Leonard. He has 6.
Well, you know that Kawhi Leonard has an incredible reach with his arms, but even his hands are just massive, measured at 10 inches long and 11 inches wide. Wow.
Well, to give some perspective on Leonard's hand size that Greg was talking about, Clark, those measurements, 11 by 10, are what you typically would find on 7-footers. Well, this kid's 6'6", 6'7".
Yeah, and I'm 6'9", and I'm about 9'7". You know,
Wow.
the only other hands comparable to that, Dr. J.
Ooh, yes, huge. And that one's good, George.
Good job threading that pass into the lane. I like his vision, guys. He sees everything.
Feeds to Leonard. Fires from the wing. The shot will not go. So the Pacers will take it the other way. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip.
And did not seem happy about how things are going on right now, and maybe wants to make some changes.
I agree. I mean, just was not comfortable with the way things were set up at that particular time. And in that case, I think it's the right thing to do.
For Indiana, they've gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second. 5 of 10. Screen by Young. And George, here we go. The shot is off. Good D by Lee.
It's an unusual, surprising miss for him. Typically, he's good on those inside.
There's Green with the 3, and that one's good. Now it's a 5-point San Antonio lead.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
T kicks to Jefferson. Young sets a screen for Jefferson. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
The defense needs to play tight on him, and that's exactly what they did to force that miss. Well done.
Mills. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Here's Leonard. Trips down the breakaway slam.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
It's out of bounds. They are saying it was last touch by Lee. And some changes here for the Pacers. Kufis comes in for Al Jefferson. And Brooks subbed in for T. Brooks misses.
And just because you can make it from outside doesn't mean you need to live there.
Not that far out anyway, Greg. I mean, he can work for a better shot than that.
A floater. That is good, and the Spurs lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Ellis.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Pass to Lee. Outside Leonard. Leonard draws the double. Green in the post. Ellis on him. Kept alive. Goes back up. And Ellis with the block. Lee with the steal. And it goes as the... Official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
Turner's checked in for the Pacers. Stuckey comes in for Monte Ellis. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Duncan, he's checked in for Gasol. Bertanis comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Manu Ginobili, he's checked in for Green. And B subbed in for Patty Mills. Spurs leading by 7. There's the feed to Duncan. Here's Ginobili. Excellent D there from George.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, deterred them from those plans.
The trade. Tim Duncan grabs the miss.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Indiana's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Brooks can't get that one to fall. San Antonio's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. And he gets it to go. And the Spurs lead by 9.
What a drive there. It didn't bother him at all to have a much taller defender hanging all over him.
Outside, George. And it's blocked. Out to Lee. Spurs passing it around. He feeds it to Ginobili. Here's Bertanis. That falls. Nice feed that time for Manu Ginobili. And now a 12-point San Antonio lead. Timeout called the Pacers. Victory eluded them last time in San Antonio when they took on the Spurs.
Really a resounding loss the last time they matched up. They got absolutely manhandled on the boards.
And Greg, you know how it is. At some point, you've just got to man up and play with a lot more aggressiveness and toughness and pride inside.
Anderson, he's checked in for David Lee.
Kevin, gorgeous fadeaway there. I mean, that's one way to beat some tight defense.
2-1.
Shoots from 14. No good. Good work defensively by Stuckey.
Frozen. Guys just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
Brooks with no one around. Off target from three-point range.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be. Firmly in control of this game.
And no doubt about it, rebounding is an effort stat, folks. They've been more determined than their opponent thus far.
Can't get it to go.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough. And you know, guys, Manu Ginobili's relationship with Greg Popovich has been really interesting over the years. In the beginning, Pop obviously had a rigid system. Ginobili played with a lot more freestyle and free will in nature. The two. Flashed heavily early on, as one might expect.
Stuckey passes to George. Shoots from the elbow. A rebound by the Spurs. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Getting back to Ginobili and Popovich, everyone thought Popovich would break Ginobili of his reckless ways, but in fact, you know this, it was the opposite.
You know, Pop recognized he had something special in Ginobili, and it ended up changing his own philosophy, I mean, which I think speaks to the greatness of Greg Popovich. I mean, he was quoted as saying, you know, he does things, Ginobili, that win games. It taught me to watch a little bit more and not be so micromanagement-like, and not sure Pop's ever said that about anybody else.
They need this one. And the first half is now in the books. Spurs lead by 6. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burks.
Well, guys, I'm here without...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. A pretty close game for the Spurs throughout the first quarter. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. Kenny, what was your take on San Antonio?
Well, the three-point shooting was the key thus far. When you're knocking down those shots from the perimeter, it really spreads the floor. You demand respect from the defense. We'll see if they can keep it flowing in the second half.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Indiana?
Well, they could be ahead in this game if they were taking care of the boards. More possession means more scoring opportunities. Few rebounds either way could decide the outcome of the game. Ultimately, this game will come down to who wants it more.
And that'll do it for now as we send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. It's been a clinic from Patty Mills.
You just love it when the decision-making is as good as it was there in that first half. Didn't force anything.
Guys, I think here in the second half, though, they may want him to be a little more assertive. Start hunting more for his shot, even the tough one.
Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. Defense reminded Green and Leonard are the wings. Pau Gasol is out there with David Lee, and it's Mills in at the point guard. Leonard, no luck. Pacers trail by 3. Ellis outside. It's deflected. Leonard with the steal. Fast break. Here they come. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock. Leonard's got 11 points.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Absolutely. They make the steal, pay dividends instantly on the fast break.
Young's shot is off.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room. Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Guys, this one is threatening to get really ugly.
They get a hand on it. Lee dishes to Leonard. Pull-up jumper. That one a... Tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. And now a 9-point Spurs lead. Teague kicks to George. Teague drives in. Well, you just watched Jeff Teague. He's a natural scorer. Clark, he's also made steady improvement as a playmaker.
Yeah, you look at his assist rate, Kevin, well in the top 10 in the league. He's cut down on his turnovers as well. You can tell he's starting to really figure it out, and the game is slowing down for him.
Leonard with the ball. Picked up by Teague. Lee, a screen on Young. Here's Mills, and it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. So it's San Antonio now. 8-point game. Making free throws a big key for any team. Let's see the best in the NBA. Number 1, the Spurs.
You can't be careless when you play them. I mean, no wasted opportunities at the line. It's a team effort, and they're getting it done.
Gasol hits them both. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Young left side. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Teague's got 4 assists now tonight.
A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him.
San Antonio calls timeout.
You know what? I think he thinks he can make a few improvements to how things are going on right now.
Yeah, and you know, coaches always are looking for ways to tweak things and change it up a little bit, no matter what the situation is. That's what coaches do.
And here's Mills for 3. Good. Mills has got 14 points for the game.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and in bunches.
You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
They need to make some adjustments because he's absolutely...
And so it's Indiana with it, trailing by 10. And George, here we go. Lee with the steal. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. They kick it out to Green. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
It's been about tempo and pace with this group, and it's led to a huge advantage in fast break points.
Greg, it's really the main reason they're in front. All that early offense. I mean, when they've had the chance to push it, they've pushed it. I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers.
Young outside. Can they get it? Here's Jefferson, and there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Jefferson's got his third basket of the night right there. Here's Leonard. Thaddeus Young grabs the miss. Pacers trail by 13. And George, here we go. And again, it's Indiana converting.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
San Antonio's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Here's Leonard, and he goes right over Paul George and slams it down.
Punches it down with pop.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
I tell you what, they are not backing off at all, are they?
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay.
Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
T kicks to Young. Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Knocked away. Stolen by Ellis. Leonard against George. T. And Gasol sends it back. Ellis, the pass to Young. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
That's his second personal foul.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
And guys, something every team strives for is getting points off of turnovers, and they've done that here in both halves.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
The drive by... Oh!
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Spurs leading by 13. Here's Leonard, and it's good. He's made 2 for every one he's missed. 10 of 15 in the contest.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole. The shooting percentage continues to elevate here in the second half.
Well, as a group, they've been harmonic since the break. In sync. Good team basketball resulting in high-quality shots.
Green kicks to Lee. From the baseline. Jefferson with the rebound. Jefferson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. George against Leonard. And that one's good. George has got 14 points.
How about that move? Is this guy special or what? Just love watching him operate inside.
Mills dishes to Lee. Inside. And Pau Gasol, the bucket on the assist from David Lee. Lee's got 3 assists tonight.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't gonna get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
That's exactly how it should be done. Get the bump, concentrate on the shot, and you'll get the bucket too.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Kufis checked in for Jefferson. Turner comes in for George. Rodney Stuckey's checked in for Ellis. And it's Brooks in for Jeff Teague.
Can't be any surprise to you that Tim Duncan, folks, last year became the leading rebounder of all active players, passed up Kevin Garnett for that honorable distinction. We're talking 15,000 rebounds total over 18 seasons.
Clock at 4. The drive by Brooks. And good on the basket. Book it. Brooks has got 5. Spurs leading by 14. Here is Forbes. Fires the three. And again, it's San Antonio with a three. Well, getting back to Duncan's rebounding, he's always had the great size and wingspan and timing, and he really positions himself well for those rebounds. But what seems to separate him is his quiet toughness. He'll never back down.
Yeah, it's hard. You know, he's not a guy that's going to yell or pump his fist. He's not going to flex his muscles to the crowd. He just silently assassinates you
well said.
out on the floor.
You're right. You're so right. And again, Manu Ginobili. Ginobili's got 4 this quarter.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team. That's outstanding hang-time improvisation right there.
1:57 left in the third quarter of the game. Anderson against Turner. And Anderson kicks to Ginobili. The offensive rebound and another shot. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Kevin, we've got a moment here to take a look at what the Spurs have done as far as NBA stats go over the last month. First in assists, first in steals, and they're number 1 in block shots. This is a team that doesn't allow easy shots in the lane.
And how about that assist rate? Great chemistry offensively, playing with one mind, if you will, all on the same page. That's special basketball we're witnessing here tonight.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And guys, Tim Duncan still dominant after 18 years. You know, he's reshaped his body. He has gotten a brand new diet, which he says has had a huge benefit. We saw it in the playoffs last year. Greg, I think, you know, he probably was one of the top 5 overall performers in last year's playoffs.
No doubt about it. We continue to write this guy off, Kevin, and he just continues to defy Father Time. I mean, there was a point where he was starting to feel the wear and tear, especially in his knees, but being the competitor he is, he decided to dictate to his body rather than letting his body dictate to him.
Brooks, the pass to Turner, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. And let's take a second to view a list of shooting guards who have been very dependable offensively this season. These 2 guards are the most accurate in the league. Manu Ginobili on top.
And he is not a wasteful player. That much we've learned. I mean, he makes the most of the good looks he gets, and if it's not there, he's not going to force a bad shot.
Yeah, and he's efficient and he's intelligent in his shot selection. You're exactly right there, but don't take away from the fact that he's a tremendous pure shooter as well. Even when he's got a hand right in his face, I mean, he makes tough shots. You know, getting back to Duncan, when you talk to his teammates, they'll tell you he's disciplined. He maintains a strict diet, does off-the-floor training, from boxing to swimming, throwing tires, running in the sand. That keeps him motivated and engaged.
Daniel Green, he's checked in for San Antonio. It's tipped. It's stolen by Green. Oh, and here comes Anderson all alone.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch in how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
Brooks from outside, and he gets the bucket. Brooks has got 7 points here in this quarter.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of him.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Here is Forbes. He's got 7. Fires for 3, and the release was before the... Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. San Antonio leading by 21. They've got Paul George. Ellis is out there with Teague. Then it's Turner. And it's Jefferson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Ellis dishes to Teague. Jefferson kicks to George. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this.
Leonard, no luck. Indiana's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. Gasol with the steal. In transition, here comes San Antonio. Shots good by Mills.
Really a heads-up play on both ends there. The steal and the quick push on the break.
Rapid-fire basketball at its best. Boom, 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 bang.
T kicks to Jefferson. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. Spurs have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Mills, that's a two-pointer. The Pacers pull it in. Jefferson's got 6 rebounds in the game. Teague, the pass to Turner. Rejected by Gasol. And can't hit the shot, but they're saying he got hacked, so he'll head to the free throw line. That free throw missing.
Miles Turner at the line for 2.
And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. An even 3-on-3 break. Here's Leonard, and that one's drained from the low block. Leonard's got 14 points now in the second half.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
And Patrick Mills gets that whistle that time. That's his first foul. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Lavoy Allen's checked in for Jefferson. Thunder comes in for Turner. Evans, he's checked in for George. Young is subbed in for Jeff T. Young outside. He tries for 3. San Antonio with the rebound. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Gasol, a screen on Young. Here's Murray, and he comes off the screen and slams it through.
Good display of physicality by Gasol to set that shot up.
The Pacers have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Evans outside. Pass to Thunder. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Down low. Here's Allen. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis. Ellis has got 3 assists in the game. The Spurs have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Murray, no good.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Young passes to Thunder. And it's Ellis penetrating. Shots good from Young.
Superb playmaking from Monte Ellis. That dish was right on time.
San Antonio leading by 23. Here's Simmons. He kicks to Murray. Dishes to Gasol. 13 feet away. And it's good off the back rim and in.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Well, when you knock down jumpers like that, it opens everything else up as well.
The drive by Ellis. He dishes it to Allen. Rebound San Antonio. Gasol's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Murray kicks to Gasol. Oh, yes, he did. Five up and 5 down for him so far.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
And they call an illegal screen here.
Oh, an illegal screen there. One of the toughest calls for an official to make.
And it is one of the toughest calls, but most of the time they do a good job with it. And you have to appreciate how officials get that one right more times than not.
The Spurs have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. It's deflected. Ellis outside. On the wing, Evans. They set the screen. Out to the right wing. 6 to shoot. Here's Allen. will not go. This is off the front iron. Down low, here's Gasol. Pacers with the rebound. Evans passes to Thunder. Ellis outside. The dish to Allen. Plenty of space. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis. Ellis has got his 5th assist in this one.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Here's Dedmon. And the pass to Gasol. Evans with the rebound. Indiana's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. The drive by Ellis. Young with no one around. No good on the triple. And San Antonio shooting has been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57%. Right side Gasol. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Pau Gasol was the number 3 pick back in 2001. He managed to average 18 and 9 his first season, was Rookie of the Year, became a perennial All-Star. There's no way his younger brother Mark, who was a 2nd-round pick, could ever match up to that, right? Not so fast, people. Mark's pretty good, too.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Kufis checked in for Jeremy Evans. Rodney Stuckey subbed in for Monte Ellis. Spurs shooting 55% in the 4th. They are executing late. Here's Simmons. And he drops it in from the low post. Simmons. Talking about Pau and brother Mark, both of them were excellent last season. The difference is that Pau has always been considered a great prospect, so detractors are much harder on him when they see cracks, I think, Greg, in his game.
Yeah, you know, for Marc Gasol, it can only exceed expectations because they started out so low. I'd simply say that if I had to pick between one or the other for best career, I'd do everything I could to pick both.
Good way to get out of it. Good answer.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the boards.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
And Indiana making a change here. Brooks checked in. Passes to Kufis. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
Duncan with a screen on Brooks. Dedmon dishes to Anderson. No good with the triple. Indiana's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. The offensive rebound. Stuckey passes to Thunder. Here's Allen on the money from 12 feet away. Allen's got 6 points in the quarter.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man.
Screen by Duncan. Stolen by Brooks. And here we go with Brooks running it up the court. And yes, sir, that one drops.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim, unabated, in stride.
For San Antonio, they've got a pretty good rhythm going offensively, shooting 8 of 15 for the quarter. Screen by Duncan. Anderson kicks to Duncan. Can't hit, so Indiana will take it the other way. Here's Stuckey. The rebound by Anderson.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, embarrassing. He just lost his concentration for a split second, and that's all it took.
And here's Brooks from outside. That is good.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Kicks to Duncan. And stolen by Kufis.
2 minutes.
Here's Thunder. Feeds to Stuckey. Pass to Thunder. Brooks right side. To the middle. Out to Stuckey. Wide open look. And he connects with the jumper. Stuckey's got 4 points now in the quarter. Spurs leading by 19. Ginobili dishes to Duncan. Pass to Dedmon. 1:35 left in the 4th quarter. Duncan, a screen. Ginobili with the ball. Rodney Stuckey covering. Got freed up. Nice work off the pick. And that's now 9 points for Manu Ginobili.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for San Antonio.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
They knocked down their shots. I mean, a little luck didn't hurt either. A lot of their 50-50 shots went in the basket.
And when you look at the season for these guys, they have amassed a lot of wins, 57, and adding in tonight, it'll make it 58.
And that'll finish the season series between these two. It's clear who had the better game plan and better execution. And that's why they'll be finishing up the year 2-0 against the Pacers.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Kawhi Leonard. He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Spurs leading by 17. Anderson passes to Green. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Indiana's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Stolen by Anderson. Ginobili right side. Lets the three fly. Offensive rebound. And a fast break now for the Pacers. And Young with the basket on the assist from Monte Ellis.
And they're clearly finishing strong here, but not enough time to pull it out.
Yeah, it does look like they're going to end on a high note. Too bad this run didn't develop sooner for them.
And it's Indiana's ball. 15-point game. Jefferson kicks to T. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. Ginobili outside. Launches a three. He buries it.
And this is going to be a fantastic result for them. No win. On the road comes easy.
Not in the NBA, they don't. And trust me, they're going to take a little extra pleasure in this win, having silenced an entire building of hostile fans.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited.
Well, Pau, congratulations on the win here. How satisfying is this victory for you and the team?
It's satisfying just because we got another great win, and the way we've been playing lately I think it's just been great, and we just got to keep the momentum going.
Wins help the confidence, Pau. Congratulations, guys. Back to you.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Kawhi Leonard. He came out of the locker room at halftime and was immediately on fire. That third quarter was his, and he did not hesitate to exert it. And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Hart.